Actually, there's an acoustic right there. Let's
yeah,
right
let's
right
just
now.
go.
I would have to be honest and say no. We haven't really considered that. You know, would we want to do that? I'm not sure. I don't know if I'd want to do that. I mean, the closest thing I could personally say is I did a duet album with Jordan that was mostly acoustic.
Yeah.
Actually, it wasn't even all acoustic. So I can't even say. I don't know.
You know,
sure.
the way I look at that initially, when you said something like that, to me, I think it would be very limiting. No, but because of the kind of band we are. I mean, if we were a band that was just based all on pop, you know, that pop sensibility, and just, you know, 3-minute, 4-minute, maybe 5-minute songs, and it's all coming down to just a, you know, a melody and a nice guitar accompanied riff, you know, something that's very flowing and melodious, I guess. Melodious.
Melodic.
Melodious.
Melodious monk.
It's a Canadian term. I think that maybe then that would bring us into something that's makes more sense to do something like that. I think it would be really counterproductive for us. We'd only be able to show certain sides and express ourselves to a certain point, and then it would be like, okay, where do you go from here? Because you naturally in this band would feel like doing this at this point. Wouldn't this be cool if we can't do it? Or if we did do this? No, we can't because it's acoustic. Right?
Yeah.
So I don't think it would work.
I have said this before, and I will continue to tout my own nephew's band, Jake. Periphery is a band that I really love. Yeah, I'm really a big fan of them. We brought them on tour. They're doing great stuff, and really proud of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there were some new bands you were into, right?
Yeah.
AC/DC.
The Pretenders. Yeah. Carpenters.
Right.
Yeah.
Black
yeah.
Firewire.
Absolutely. Firewire's awesome. No, but yeah, I've been mentioning that like Two Door Cinema, I think are an amazing band. Young the Giant, Mute Math, we were talking about that just yesterday. Another one is I See Stars, Sleeping with Sirens, Bring Me the Horizon. These are really cool bands, you know.
Are you making this up?
No. Am I making this up? August Burns Red? Yeah, absolutely. These, you know, I just love the energy, the rawness, but at the same time, great melodies. And granted, I don't sing like some of these guys. Of course, you would know that. And but at the same time, there is something there that's memorable. I always look for that in music. It's got to be something that I can walk away with. There just doesn't make sense to me.
The most challenging to write and record. I mean, I guess it's probably kind of obvious. It's the long epic song, Illumination Theory, only because it's such a huge undertaking as far as the length of it, and because we wanted it to kind of have all different moods and settings and you know, different chapters, and each one of those chapters had to have a different like vibe to it and tell a different story. And the way that we constructed the middle part was something we never did before, so it was a challenge to create a sonic like atmosphere just with like sound effects and things, and no music, just, you know, birds and weird things and sound effects. We had to record real strings, which was a challenge, you know, getting that down, getting it arranged for strings and conducted and recorded in the studio so that it sounded really rich and full. So that in itself was a big challenge. Lyrically, there's a lot of words, you know. There was a challenge to, you know, it was a lot of work, I guess, just because of the sheer volume, you know. It was a lot. And I know, like, for James, you know, as a vocalist, if I can speak for him, there's a lot of different sides to him that's shown on that song, you know, where he made it like there was some really kind of like some very syncopated, messed up rhythms going on in some of the verses, and I was like, how is he going to sing over this? So he had to be the glue to understand those rhythms and make it like cohesive, so when you listen to it, it doesn't really throw you too much. And then at the same time, he had to, like, when it hits like the big chorus sections, just be that soaring, beautiful thing. And then he has one of the most like belting, ballsy parts on the album in the Pursuit of Truth, kind of like after the strings. So I'm sure those are all challenges for James. There's lots of solos and things, like you want to say original and unique. My challenge at the end as a guitar player was to try to sort of soar and take it out, you know, and be like that standing up on the mountaintop with the wind blowing.
Wind blowing by.
Playing that, you know, glorious, yeah, right. Playing that glorious solo, you know, because it's the final thing on the album that people are going to hear. That's it, you know. So yeah, it presented its fair share of challenges.
Yeah.